Hello everyone, welcome to Addy Trade. Today we're going to be seeing the trade analysis for 19th October, that is Tuesday, and the trade review of what happened today. Today we pretty much remain sideways in both Nifty and Banknifty. What I have opened here is the Banknifty chart, and the green and the red lines, the colorful lines that you can see is nothing but the CPR pivots. See the green dotted line where I'm marking right now, this is the weekly R1, and the orange dotted is the weekly CPR value, and the green cross is the monthly R1, and the complete lines without any cross, just the lines, right, in red, what is marked as R1, R2, R3, these are daily resistance, and this BCP and TC, what is given here, this is the daily CPR values. We pretty much remain sideways. This was expected based on the white CPR. I had mentioned in my previous video that we could remain sideways in a range. Let me just play a small clip so that can be shown.
Lines here, that is the tomorrow CPR. It's a pretty wide CPR, so most likely we might remain sideways between. See, whenever we get such a wide CPR after such a good move of almost 2 days, there is a good possibility on Monday we might remain sideways. It'll be either between the CPR and R1 or within the CPR itself.
So based on this white CPR, we had concluded that we could be sideways. That's pretty much what happened. But there were some good scalping trades. One is taking a short right at the opening at about 39,800, or sorry, 39,900, with the daily R1 as target. And even here, if we had gone long based on the CPR logic, if previous day high and R1 breaks, or if we are trading above previous day high and R1, we are most likely to hit R2. Even this trade we could have made nice money in buying calls. And there was a short trade here at about 1250, where we again took resistance at R1 of monthly CPR, the green dotted line, and had a nice dip. So that was the only trade possibility in option buying today. Now coming to tomorrow, we have a narrow CPR in Bank Nifty, which could indicate a pretty trending move either on the upside or downside. I do have a feeling that we could I do have a feeling that we could dip and come until this previous day high, fill this gap. Okay, I'll be showing you. I'm just shifting to this chart where I have marked all the trend lines. See, this huge gap is there, right? This is the 15 minutes Bank Nifty chart, and if you can observe closely, we do have a nice chart pattern here that is nothing but like a head and shoulder that's formed on 15 minutes. So there is a good possibility that if this low gets taken out tomorrow, that is 39,565, we could fill this gap. This itself can be a pretty good trade, and this entire gap itself is 200 points. So even 200 points in options, you would see a profit of 100 points, the premium going up 100 points. So one lot would be around 2,500 rupees, that would be the profit. So this is one chart pattern that we can keep in mind, that is this head and shoulder that is being formed. When this head and shoulder is going to fail and we are most likely again to go up, be bullish, is when this high is taken out, that is 39,945. Once that is taken out, yeah, we might trend on the upside again. So that is with the chart pattern and trend line. I don't see any other trend line. The nearest trend line is this that I have from quite some time. In case we get a good dip based on the global markets, if we fall, probably we'll take support over here, 39,140. We might take support at this trend line. So if I get a good shot, right, and catch this entire move, probably I'll book my profits here at about 39,140. Now coming back to this weekly monthly CPR chart, see the week just started now, Monday, right? So we have our weekly CPR here, the dotted lines, orange, purple and orange, and the weekly CPR is not yet touched. So I do have a view that we might touch this weekly CPR, that's around 39,070, before going up. That is my view. I can be completely wrong. This narrow CPR can also indicate a good breakout on the upside as well, if not the downside. And the upside can come if this range is taken out, that is today's high is taken out. We could break on the upside with 40,290 as the target, and the first target being 40,120. And we have weekly R2, that is 40,000, it's around 40,500. So even that is possible. So basically the trade is simple. If however this range breaks, right, let me just put that again. However this range breaks on the upside, we might see a good momentum on the upside. If this breaks on the downside, we might see a fall until this gap is for sure, that is 39,350. And if we even break this previous day high, that is Thursday's high, we could touch this CPR level or the weekly CPR and bounce back. If not, we could only take support at the previous day high, that is for today the previous day high is around 39,380. So we might get a dip, fill the gap, take some support here and bounce back. So this is the possibility that I have for tomorrow in Bank Nifty. Now looking at Nifty is also forming a pretty similar chart pattern. Let me just turn on the CPR values. This is just the daily CPR values for Nifty. See, though we have a narrow CPR tomorrow, we can also take a note of this chart pattern, which is like head and shoulder pattern. See, both the indices are showing us the head and shoulder pattern. So if there is a reversal, it can come if again in Nifty, if this head and shoulder breaks, right, the neckline breaks, we could dip. And in Nifty we have a pretty huge gap. It's not likely that we might fill the entire gap. Let me just get rid of these lines. See, we have a pretty huge gap. The gap itself is around what we gapped up today. It's about 95 points. So in case we get a dip, there is a possibility that even this gap can get filled, and the gap level is at 18,350. So if this head and shoulder works out tomorrow, the break, we could see a dip probably until here 350 and then bounce back further. So this is my plan for Nifty and Bank Nifty. Let's see how it goes tomorrow. Let's just quickly check the open interest. For Bank Nifty, the open interest is showing a good support at 39,500. See, obviously open interest is something that can dynamically change in the market, so we just use it as a reference. And a good resistance is at 40,000, and all the strike prices are also have a pretty good amount of selling, that is 38,000, 39,800, 39,900, but nothing on the put side here. So the good resistance is coming in at 39,500. Let's check where is it on the charts. Okay, yeah, for this gap to fill tomorrow, 39,500 has to break. So that will be a good move. If this level breaks, there's a good chance this gap can get filled, today's whatever gap up we had. And looking at Nifty, see, Nifty, we have a good resistance at 18,600. This can swing either way, that is 18,500. You see the OI here 37, and what we have here is 32. And a good support is at 18,400. So this strike price, if we get it right, can be pretty good tomorrow, because either one of them probably should cover their positions, which can give us some good profits either on the call or the put side. So that is it for today. Hope this helps, and thank you for watching.